show.
What are you looking at?
Ladies and gentlemen, test. Ladies and gentlemen, we in PBX Test realize that many of you are not familiar with the PBX product line. Therefore, we'd like to take this opportunity to demonstrate for you some of this year's glamorous features and exotic applications. Welcome to the PBX Technical Package. Our first model is an oldie but goodie. You've seen him before because he's been strutting his stuff ever since the first PBX went out the door. He continues to be a reliable and essential feature, even though his wires tend to get crossed once in a while.
On the market!
As you can see, he's not the prettiest feature or form of communication, but he always gets the job done. Thank you, Mr. Tytron. The telecommunications industry has been forging into more sophisticated technologies such as digital trunking, and the PBX must keep pace with the competition. So as you can see, our next model is much sleeker, faster, and more refined than Mr. Tytron. She hopes that many of ROLM's customers will be featuring her in the near future. Please welcome Miss Cornett. Thank you, Miss Cornett. Believe it or not, folks, Mr. Tytrunk and Miss Cornett sometimes come calling and nobody answers. ROLM knows the calls have to go somewhere and the solution has to be efficient and compact. Fortunately, our next model was already working with the CBX side of the house. After some creative fashion tricks and a new hairdo, she is here today, strolling the aisle with our other PBX features, Miss Phone Mail, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ms. Goldman. ROLM knows that many customers have distant locations with applications that are hard to serve, even with the features we've seen so far. That's why we will soon be offering the services of our next model, a feature that doesn't mind being a bit of a loner. In fact, we sometimes forget where we've installed her. Are you out there, Miss Remote Shelf? Even though she spends all of her time away from the main CPU, Miss Remote Shelf works very well with our other features, and she can also be wall-mounted or floor-mounted. Thank you, Miss Remote Shelf. One of our models, Mr. Processor, couldn't be with us today because he's always so busy. This doesn't have to be the case, however, because our next model is every processor's dream. She gladly takes the burden of processing complex features such as ACD and ROLM facts away from the main CPU so that he can concentrate on telephony. She's smart, she's quick, and she's here to serve. Say hello to Miss Server. I should point out that just like Miss Phone Mail, Miss Server comes with several fashion accessories like her own. Thank you, Miss Server. Now this is strange. Our next model seems to be trapped underneath of a ROLM phone. I'm not sure what this feature could be. Could anybody hazard a guess and help me out?
DCO.
I do know that she's an essential part of our 9006.1 release, enabling the PBX telephony shelves to work under the supervision of the PBX 9006 processor. I think we're looking at Miss LTUR here, folks. Lady trapped under ROLM. As you can see, she had a few problems with the hardwire connection to Mr. Tie Trunk. As a sideline, she does oil changes and tune-ups after work. Thank you, Miss LTUR. As I've indicated before, it's always a good idea to keep some of those old and simple features on hand. Our next models aren't as debonair or sophisticated as the others, but when the phone rings, they always find their target. A ROLM hunt group, ladies and gentlemen. They're seen here sporting the latest fall fashion and tactical weaponry. As we all know, modern PBXs must be flexible, so it should be no surprise that any member of a hunt group can also be a pit group. Thank you, ROLM Hunt and Pit Group. And finally, some of you are probably wondering if this vast array of features can be networked together. We're here today to take this opportunity to show you that they certainly can. The networking of PBX features. That about ties it up. Thank you for attending the PBX Fashion Show.